Good evening to all. Thank you so much for joining in. Long time no see. Sunday, June 29th of the year 2025. Thank you for joining in. Q&A today on Sunday. Finishing this off, I will do possibly a space in X talking about, you know, a lot of things that I want to say and a lot of things that I want to talk about. For everybody that doesn't know about these X spaces, I've been asked to participate in a lot of them. I've been going to some of them and listening and checking them out. And there's a lot of, really good people, which they're hosting and co-hosting and doing all this stuff. And really interesting to be part of that. Also, there's, little drama situations in some of these spaces, but I don't get involved. You guys know that I stay out of all this craziness. Wanted to come in here, do a Q&A. There's a lot of things that are going on. Also, to tell you guys where we're going next. We're about to head to a really difficult and agitated place in the next incoming days. So undoubtedly, we need your endless support like always. We're doing this for so many years now. God bless you guys. What's going on in the world? We're live at YouTube and we're live at X. Beautiful people, thank you for joining in. A lot to discuss, so I'm gonna put your comments. Also, if you guys have, let me just tell you where we're going. We're about to go again to Israel, into the impact zones, and to show you guys the aftermath and how the conflict is still coexisting over there, on how it's being manageable, if it is still at peace. There has been a lot of situations which still in some of the places it is really difficult to transit. Also, how the impact zones where the ballistic missiles landed, how it is, affecting the citizens of Israel, showing you all of that. We're about to go and head out. Danny Boy, I will answer your question right now. Just for everybody to understand, if we're going to come in and I'm going to listen to your questions, I'm going to be really forward with this. I hate communism and I hate socialism. Plain and simple. And the progressive mercenary leftists, they're disgusting individuals. I just keep it simple. I try to have a decent conversation with some of them and they don't. So I will listen to all your questions and all your comments, to every question and to every comment before we move on forward. So we're about to go again to Israel. It will be my third time going to Israel. First things God. And, arrive there and show you guys the reality of what's going on. And also, go to the several parts where still it is being extremely dangerous, and show, the aftermath of what's going on, and show basically everything which is going on over there. Of course, we need your support now more than ever. So I will read the copies which they have been sending during the week. If you guys like to participate, more than ever right now, I need your support to arrive to Israel and come back safely and home. There's the coffee link right there pinned in the chat. We are really short of accomplishing our goal, so we are trying to do the best that we can, and ultimately I'm doing the best that I can. So I'm gonna read some of your questions. Let's make it a stream that is interesting, as long as that we are, every time. I always say I will let everybody participate as long as they, it's with respect, and I always handle myself like that. So thank you so much for joining in. We're about to move to the Middle East again. It's going to be difficult to enter over there. We already know. We already been there 2 times. Let me tell you about, a couple experiences. Also, our book is finished. It is going to come out in the next possibly month. So it's finished. I already read the script and read the whole thing. There was a couple of things that I did not like. but they were. It's not that it was written incorrectly. It was just like, oh, okay, it was not here. You had to put it over there, and it was different places and different kind of situations. Of course, we're going to talk about the new candidate mayor for New York. I will, I will talk about it. What is my perception? It has nothing to do with Islamophobia. It's nothing to do with my, you know, I, I can read you a surah right now if you want in Arabic. I don't have, no problem with, understanding Arabic and religion. It has nothing to do with religion. For me, more of Mandani. It has to do with some other things that I would like to express also. Also, we'll talk about the situation in Israel. We'll talk about cartel. We'll talk about political parties. You guys dropped the topic. You guys dropped the questions. We're live on X and we're live at YouTube. It's a pleasure to be with you guys. So let's go with the first question right here. Danny Boy from X. ¿Qué onda, Danny? Is Morena a better good than PRI and PAN due to the corrupt 100 years? Isn't Morena in right path with social programs? First and foremost, we're not a socialist country. And we should not depend on socialist programs. We should be more creative with our people, making it better for them. Look at the school that they just made, the university and college. It's just what type of stupidity is that? It is the most insult to a college. It was in the middle of nowhere, and they made that, and they created that college, la Universidad del Bienestar, in the middle of the where they were supposed to be building another airport. What is it? Wasn't that area closed to not build nothing over there because it was just a land that it was not supposed to be used for nothing? Now look at the cartel activity. We're doing horrible. The country is so insecure. They just accused the past associate. The government of the United States just accused the past associate of Romo of being involved, and Romo was really close to Andrés Manuel López Obrador. It was his associate. It's the same situation. It's the same corruption, and it's even worse right now. It's even worse right now. We're doing horrible in insecurity. We cannot lie about it. We cannot hide about it. Everybody's noticing this. They're recruiting the minors at schools to be part of cartel and to be part of criminal acts and criminal activities. And we cannot justify that we cannot fix a country in 12 years. Why are we going to? So let me just tell the people that are being kidnapped, the people that are being killed, and the cartel activity that we cannot do anything about it because we cannot do that in 12 years. And it is because of Calderon, it is because of Fox, it is because of Salinas de Gortari. How many years is going to pass for us to understand that there's accountability and there's responsibility for this political party who is not doing anything about it? Marina del Pilar, her visa was revoked. A lot of politicians are being signalized right now because they're in cahoots with the organized crime and the cartel, and they're trafficking huachicol and they're trafficking gasoline to other parts of the world. What is this to hide? Is this a lie? Is this, I understand whatever political party it is not going to fix this in 12 years. I understand that, but shouldn't you be accepting your mistakes and accepting how the country is being run and how the country is being? We're doing bad right now, man. Look at the economy. It's bad. What's going on with the Tren Maya? How's that going, by the way? Is that an economy that is, incredible, that is doing great? And I don't want to even go. You want me to get into detail? It's going to get worse. And it is the same justification. You're bought off by the PRI, you're a PRIAN, you're a sellout, you're a traitor, you're a country. Same BS, as always. Same BS. Because if you applaud like a foca, they will applaud you and they will say like, hey, yeah, this guy is a part of our team. But if you say the opposite of what we are going to do, and it's the same justification. What did Calderon do? What did Peña do? What did Vicente Fox do? Of course, El PRI, El PAN, they were worse. They were bad, but Morena's worse. Have you ever seen 211,000 murders in 6 years? That happened under Andrés Manuel López Obrador. And don't come to me with the justification of what tells you that, in the past they were not, basically smoke screening this murders and they were protecting. Come on, stop. We're sick and tired of it, man. Sick and tired of it. This is bad. And I don't think, believe me, I'm assuring this. Look me up 5 years from now. Morena is not going to win the next election. They're not going to win it. Look what they did to the judicial power. Look what they did to the INE. Look at the law of censorship that is going to put on right now. Do you agree with us being censored? Because we don't, it's Venezuela 2.0. It's exactly the same copy paste. It's a disaster, man. It's a complete disaster. And I cannot even bear to imagine if Kamala Harris was president right now. I don't want to even imagine, man. If Kamala Harris would have been president, holy crap. This will be horrible. 70 times more horrible. And I'm not even playing around with it. So that's my response. Let me just let me go to another comment. Says, Miss Kim, how you doing? We need to temper our disgust with compassion. God bless you, Miss Kim. I try to do it. I try to do the best that I can. I try to do the best that I can. I'm always, trying to do the best that I can. So this is what's going on right now in the United States. So give it a like to the video, share the video, like the video, share the video. We're going to Israel, people. I will completely appreciate if you guys contribute. Please help me out to come back safely. We are just a couple of, we're kind of short on some stuff, but hopefully with prayer, everything will come back and everything will be resolved. So let me just, I will answer some other questions. If the same profile is asking another question, let me get to other questions first. So this is the candidate from New York. Soran Mandani has made a lot of, it's been going viral everywhere. I haven't been opening up my mouth about it because it's a really sensitive and difficult topic. But, this is what I'm going to make my space right now about it in the next, X space. So I'm not going to burn all the cartridges right here to talk about it, but I'm going to speak about it, and I will let people, give their opinions right here and speak about it. But Soran Mandani, it is a really particular specimen. So let's just put this video for you guys to see. It is a video from USA Today. Leftist.
In our New York, the power belongs to the people.
My name is Assemblymember Zohran Mamdani, and I am running to make the city affordable. I'll freeze the rent for millions of tenants, make buses fast and free, and deliver universal childcare. And before you ask, I'll pay for it by taxing the rich.
My God. It's so easy to say so. Oh my God, these leftists. So let me just remove this so we can start with our comment. That's well, his name is really, Mandani, right? Candidate for New York mayor. Let me just be clear about this. I'll be completely clear as I'm going to do an X space right now and talk about this, and hopefully people will join in. If not, it's all right. It is not even about religion. A lot of the people are making it about Israel, that everybody thinks that this is Israel. This is the Jews. It is the Mossad. It is Israel. I got my own perception. It is not even, in my perception, it is not even about Israel. It is not even about Palestine. It is not even about being a Muslim. It's about his political alignments and alineations to what he believes in. And he believes in socialism. I really do not care if he was a Muslim and he was a capitalist. I do not care if he was a Jew and he was a capitalist. I don't care if he was a Christian and he was a capitalist. Really, I don't care. My major concern, it is that he has the socialism ideology. And this is the seed of contamination that has been spreading into the United States of America, into your schools in Columbia University, into your schools in Harvard, into your schools and colleges, and you have let this happen. And this has penetrated the minds of the youth to believe that the injustice of capitalism is enslaving people, and we need to be more humanitarian and more sensitive and enjoy the socialism, that it is the profitable and it is the new wave of a new life. These are Americans. They have never experienced true poverty. They have never experienced true violence. A lot of these young kids, they have never seen cartel activity. They have never experienced aggravated violence, cartel confrontations, and extreme poverty and extreme injustice to socialism and communism, dictatorship. Some of them, they have never experienced this, but they believe strongly in their hearts that this is the new way of converting a country to a better place. They're pandered. And they believe that this is the actual change. And whoever does not believe what Mandani, it is basically politically and profoundly spreading in New York, is signalized as an Islamophobe. I can recite a surah right now to you guys, and I know how to read a little bit of Arabic. I'm not Islamophobic. You believe in Islam, go ahead and believe in Islam. If you believe in the Torah, go ahead and believe in the Torah. If you believe in the Bible, congratulations, believe in the Bible. I don't have nothing against nobody. That's my own perception and religion. My major concern is that this guy believes in socialism. And this will be the opening window for the expansion of socialism inside of the United States of America. And one of the most important cities worldwide, that is New York City. If this guy wins, goodbye, New York. You're done. And it is going to become, first and foremost, he wants to defund the New York Police Department. Jeez. My God. I don't know how that is going to work, but imagine that. It's becoming to be more real what people have said in the past in history inside of the United States, that the United States will be destroyed by within, not by outsiders. And a lot of people believe consistently that this is the Jews, it's the Jews. But in my own perception, this is a guy that is not a Jew. And a lot of people are saying, well, when he was, I'm going with him because he said in the panel when it was with the other ones said, I'm going to the Holy Land. And where will you go, candidate? And I'm going to the Holy Land. Will you go, candidate? I'm going to the Holy Land. And then they asked Mandani, and it's really smart, because the way that he needs to win is a populist manner, a populist speech, like Chavez did, like Maduro did, like the president of Nicaragua did, like Putin does, like Andrés Manuel López Obrador, like Lula, like Petro. I'm staying with the people. I'm staying with my city. And I'm giving all because everything is the power to our people. It's the same speech, same platform. If you have experienced a country like we have in Mexico, we have experienced extreme violence. Extreme violence. You know, when you go to several other countries, they say, well, we have that over here, Oscar, also. No, you don't. Stop. No, you don't. You're extremely lucky, and you're extremely, privileged to live a life like you guys live. And when you see Americans asking for socialism, it is unbelievable and it is amazing. When you have a parade and you have a march with the communism flag, it is absolutely amazing and it's absolutely incredible. They don't know what they're asking for. But a lot of people are making it about only the Jews. And it is okay. It's their topic. I understand. And there's some justifications that will be like, oh my God, wow. But this is a guy that he's a Muslim. I don't have no problem with his religion. The only thing that I can tell you is that his perception to change New York is to be a socialist city. And apparently for the leftist progressive mercenary people, they believe socialism works. And they blame it all on the sanctions. Venezuela, it's because of the sanctions. Cuba, it is because of the sanctions. Nicaragua is because of the American, military bases. Honduras is because of the military bases of the United States. They're the imperialists. You bootlicker of the Americans. Same justification to completely find a common ground with these people. There's no dialogue. It's always an insult in return. I don't know what is going to happen in New York. Really, I don't. It's sad to see that. I don't see who is the other candidate on the Republican side. I don't even see who is the other candidate. I don't even know what's going on. But the only thing that I see right here is that I really will not care who he was. When he said that he hated capitalism and that he likes socialism, hijo de la chinga. Now we got a problem. And we got a problem because his fan base, it is growing. To Americans, I got to tell you this. His fan base is growing. And it is growing massively. And a lot of the youth, they really believe that socialism, it is the actual new development of the new modeled economical model of the world. Look at China, Oscar. Yeah, look at China. That's the example to the world. We should be copying China. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, in my own perception, to my own understanding, he wants to freeze the rent. He wants to tax the rich more. And he wants to make more people more lazy, like every socialist. Create more socialist programs, apparently to help. People depend on socialist programs. They don't want to go. Instead of creating jobs, we want to create socialist programs. Instead of giving the tools, you want to create socialist programs. So I really do not, don't follow his narrative, and I do not follow what's his perception of governing New York. There's a lot of people now that they're standing up against this guy, and they're saying, no, you're not the solution for us. Really, you're not. And a lot of people are saying, no, he's not the solution for us. But a lot of people are. And the people that they're voting and the people that they're actually supporting this guy are the youth. And it is the fault of the colleges who are being sponsored specifically by, being sponsored by China. A lot of them getting politically funded by them, funded by a lot of, leftist, progressive individuals, rich leftists. That's the only problem that I got. And I think that is a huge problem. Look at what's going on to California. We got a problem right here in Mexico with, migration in California. There's more than 2 million illegal Americans living over here. A lot of people do not believe that. But yes, we have a lot of illegal Americans. And immediately when I say that, Americans get offended and they say, oh my God, Oscar, how dare you? What type of Americans are they, Oscar? Are they Hispanic? They possibly are, huh? No, they're American. I believe that you said it doesn't even matter what color of the skin. They were U.S. citizens. They were born in the United States of America. Yes, and a lot of them, they're white, and they're living illegally in our country of Mexico, and they're buying property through a third person, and they're living comfortably. And there's a lot of gentrification where the dollar is surpassing the peso, and the rent now cost is in dollar, and it is affecting the Mexican citizens. Well, now you know how it feels, Oscar. It is not about how it feels. It's about the problems that is happening because of the economy, of how these places are being run by stupid, incompetent politicians, like in California, Gavin Newsom. You got hundreds of thousands of Californians that they live in Tijuana now. They live in Rosarito. They live in Ensenada. It is a reality. You got a lot of people that they're illegal from the United States of America. That they live in, San Miguel de Allende, San Cristobal de las Casas, Puerto Vallarta, Cancún, Mazatlán, Chetumal, Oaxaca, Yucatan. Got all these people that they're living on the same situation, same circumstances. It's affecting over here, but nobody talks about it because they say, well, they bring economy, Oscar. Oh yeah, they bring economy. How much do they bring of economy, the Americans over here? 2 million illegal Americans. Do you know how much and I don't agree with it. I don't agree with illegal migration. Let me touch on this, man. Let us touch on it. You want to touch on it? Let us talk about the immigration issue. Let's talk about it. They must be dual citizens. Stop with the justifications. They're illegal. And there's a stat, and go do your research. Immediately you try to justify it, man. There's people that immediately try to justify it. No, they're not illegal, Oscar. Yes, they are. They're more than 2 million living over here in Mexico. They don't have documents. There's a lot of corruption over here. So this is a reality. Let's talk about illegal immigration. There is a stat that I want to read to you guys. Because they say, well, they bring economy. The Americans, that they're illegal, they bring economy. They go to the dentist, Oscar Blue. I'm not even trying to make fun of it, but I'm just trying to say what it is. And this is I'm going to read this for people to just understand how this is so incredible. But nobody wants to talk about it because people get upset. I don't get into that. My God, I'm a Republican. I'm a Democrat. I'll just read the stats. So a lot of people say the undocumented immigrants, they don't pay taxes, Oscar. Of course, yeah, they don't file to the IRS. But when they go and put gasoline, they take away the tax, right? When they go and buy groceries, when they go and they pay the rent, and when they do several other circumstances or situations, they take away money from them. It is a reality. We're not going to lie about it. So let me just tell you right here a stat. Estimated annual federal tax contributions. So this is let me just unauthorized immigrants. Unauthorized immigrants, it's a really colorful. It's a really nice term. I'm having problems with my my accent. So it's a really nice term. Let's call it the illegal immigrants, right? So according to the estimated annual federal tax of illegal immigrants in the United States of America, $59.4 billion paid to the federal government in 2022, spanning income, payroll, and other federal taxes. $96.7 billion total in federal, state, local taxes. Of that, $37.3 billion went to the state and local governments. Recent estimates in the year of the disaster of the Biden administration. Colorful. Thank you so much, Miss Justin Aker. Thank you so much. 66 billion paid in federal income in payroll taxes by unauthorized immigrants in 2023. Of that, about 43 billion were payroll taxes and 22 billion were income taxes. Another source estimates 55.8 billion at the federal level in 2023. My God, that's a lot of money from undocumented individuals. A lot of the times you say why these judges are corrupt, why these federal judges, they don't want to do mass deportations. Well, there's a lot of money. Who was funding this mass migration? And if it was a money laundering scheme to let in millions of people work not legally, so that will create this ghost tax that you guys are now acknowledging, how many billions of dollars undocumented immigrants make in this ghost tax that is not reported to the IRS. This ghost tax that is basically, it's a cloud. Nobody sees it, but it's right there. It's money that is right there. And if this money was always going in to politically fund the NGOs, to politically fund not only the NGOs, but ultimately the mass migration to go in and go out. There's a question right here. And the question is just so ridiculous. How much are we spending on them? Not even close to that. That is just in 1 year, brother. You're not even spending close to that. Now imagine undocumented immigrants and imagine legal immigrants. How much are making? So I think that, not defending illegal immigrants, of course not, of course. But there is the illegalities, right? The Charlie Kirk made a post the other day, which I was disagreeing completely. He said something about illegal immigration, that he did not want it to continue with illegal immigration. I'm like, wow. I thought that we were for legal immigration. Yeah, well, we need to pause it. You need to pause it. So you need to pause the trade also? You're going to pause the trade? What are you going to do? It's unbelievable how we know that the United States has a huge problem. And it was because of your government. It was not because of nobody else. It was because of the Biden administration that it created this problem. And you're seeing how much they were making out of the ghost tax, how much they were making out of a tax that it was not even there, that it was not even existing. It's not even reported. It's a ghost tax. And they're making billions of dollars out of it. But nobody's reporting on it. And everybody knows that that money is there. Now, what the Republicans are failing to do so, and I will tell you this, they're not promoting legal immigration. They're not promoting how to do it. They're not saying exactly how to do it. Well, it's right there, Oscar. They can Google it. No, you need to do a campaign of how to do it, of prevention. You need to spend time like the Democrats did. And the thing that is really getting me upset is because the Democratic Party immediately arrested the January 6ers, right? They did a whole thing with the January 6ers. Man, they made a big case about it. Holy cow. They made a huge case about it, the January 6ers. And now, with Antifa, nobody's getting arrested. Black Lives Matter, nobody's getting arrested. They're not supposed to be heads or tails. They're not supposed to be domestic terrorists. Why they're not being arrested? Why? Why the Democrats immediately arrested January 6ers? Why the Republicans are not designating Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization when the Democrats immediately designated the Proud Boys as that domestic terrorist organization? Why? Why they're not going after It's all part of the plan. Stop with that crap. Why they're not going after the NGOs, which they were part of this enormous trafficking ring of 350,000 children? The other day, they promoted that they were in an Operation Dragonfly, whatever it is, right? Operation Dragonfly in Florida. And they rescued 60 children. And they put it on blast. And I felt, I felt like, yeah, they did something about it. But it's not a thing that you should be like, oh my God, look at the mission that we accomplished. You got 349,940 to go. Where are the other ones? Where are the arrests to these NGOs? Why they're still funding to OIM, the International Organization of Migration? Why you're not going after George Soros? Why you're not going after Alex Soros? Why you're not going after Antonio Gutierrez? Why you're not going after Alejandro Mayorkas? Why? What are we waiting on? You need more proof? For God's sake, really? Really, you need more proof? Do we need more proof of Alejandro Mayorkas of what he did? People will ask this question to my audience. Does anybody remember what he did? Do you need more proof? Do you need more proof that the ACLU, it is completely involved, and they know what is going on the other side of the border with the enormous trafficking of children? And for everybody to just say it, I'm gonna say it like it is. Now everybody's an expert on child trafficking. On these, I'm going to these spaces, and now everybody's like, oh yes, and I have counted like 3 or 4 people in there that they are legitimately with their hearts so involved in it. Been doing this for more 8 going on 10 years. Now everybody's an expert. Now everybody's like, oh my God, yes, and they got distributed to this NGO, and this NGO was doing this thing we found, and there was a whistleblower, and it was like, oh my God. Do you know how the operation it is being done from Mexico all the way to Central America and South America? Have you seen the treatment in caravans, how they are manipulating with coyotes and traffickers, how this is being done from Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Costa Rica? Why nothing is being done until now? 6 months. Not complaining, just asking questions. I think that we have the right. I have the right to ask questions. If I'm not to this administration, I'm a Mexican citizen, and I know how to speak a little bit of English. So I can do my live feeds in English if I want to. And I'm just asking questions. If you have all this evidence, why you're taking so long? There needs to be accountability. You have so much dirt on these dirty politicians in Mexico. So much. Hijo de la chingada. You have all the evidence on your hands. And you don't want to come out because it will cause a lot of instability in our country of Mexico. So you're playing your cards right. And you're being smart about it. That, it's your call. You got the shots. You're calling the shots right now. That's my own perception. There's a lot of things that they're not. And again, I will say it again, and I will say it with evidence. I remember when I was Catholic Charities. Yes, absolutely. Why they're not being investigated? Well, they are, Oscar. We're just waiting on a process. And what kind of process are you waiting? What kind of process are you waiting? Do you know how immediate the Democrats were just to arrest one guy that it was walking inside the Capitol? Bam, get him. Why you're not? What's going on? Why are you taking so long? I really do not understand. Possibly there's a strategy that I don't understand, which is I I really do not understand their strategy. Possibly they have a strategy. I don't know which kind of strategy they have. Well, in due time, let's see what happens. And if nothing doesn't happen, well, there's going to be the justification of it was the judges, Oscar. They didn't let them. It was the Democrats, Oscar. They were blocking him consistently. There's always that, right? You have the power to do so. And you have the authority to do so. And you have a lot of evidence to do so. My God, a lot of evidence is not even, it's a short statement for what you have. You know, I think you know, Oscar. Somebody's saying right here, I think you know. Yes, I know. Well, yes, I know, but I don't want to come out and say it because everybody's going to be like, for God's sake, who do you think you are, Oscar? And I will stop using God's sake. Sorry. I will stop using it. You know, we need to, and not only, and Republicans sit on their hands, not only Republicans, you know, the mess that the Democrats cause. What is going on over there? When there is going to be accountability for them? All this mess, all this disaster. You know, I think that the people of the United States and people that we have documented migration and we have covered places like nobody else has done. I think that we want to hear like exactly raw, uncut, what it is, what's going on. This is the situation. But it's a lot of bureaucracy, you know, and we understand that. There's a point that you get sick and tired of it. And you're like, oh, you know, you're hearing somebody. I'm going to a lot of places to hear, you know, the people that are speaking on child trafficking and all this kind of stuff. I like I told you, I have heard like 3 to 5 that I can say legitimately these people know what they're talking about. Legitimately. From the U.S. side. From the U.S. side. Now, you guys remember when we started, there was only a handful of people that we were actually going hard on these people. And when we started, it was just a handful against thousands of these animals that they were, and I'm calling animals the activists because I know how they cut and edit their crap. These progressive mercenary activists, these animals, man, all against us. It's extremely difficult to do it. Threatening every time, you know, but I'm going right now and listening and I'm like, okay, same. All right, again, same. Well, and they do presentations and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. The thing is that it needs to be taken to the place where it's actually needs to be taken so they can actually expose it seriously. It's not a thing about just being good in social media. It's about going to the place and explaining in the place and showing to the world. That is what it is about. I'm just waiting for the moment that these people get, you know, they knew what they were doing. You know, I had a bunch of these white progressive mercenary activists over here in Tijuana. And they knew my posture and they knew that I'm like, I know what you're doing over here. I know that you came over here to make money out of the vulnerabilities of people. That's what you came to do. There's nothing else that you came to do over here only by that. That's the only thing that you came to do over here, just to make money out of these vulnerable people. That's what you came to do. Don't tell me that you came to do this because of the kindness out of your own heart and you want to help. Get out of here with that. You're making money out of this situation. You're not stupid. You wear all that dirty clothes and all those burned out shoes and all that kind of stuff to get the image to the people like, oh, look, he's suffering exactly like us. You know, you're not. It's a whole costume. It's a whole image that you create. Make money out of this. And my God, you were successful at first, but then you got like completely caught and red-handed and exposed. Great actors. Somebody's saying right here. Yes, exactly. Great actors. Incredible great actors. I think that, the administration right now, what are they doing in Mexico? Oh my God, Daniel Reed, you need to catch up. We exposed that back in 2017. Imagine how many years ago, man. You need to catch up a little bit, Danny. We need to continue to ride against the waves of destruction. And it's a lot of work that we have put in. A lot of work. That's why I'm putting this book out for people to read it. My encounters with the caravans, my encounters with the leaders of the caravans, Darien Gap, stories that I put out. It's incredible, incredible stories. And there's very few people that I trust with, coming to Tijuana or coming to the circle that we have created with so much care and so much dedication and with our passion to do our work, that I really do not, when I see somebody is like, hey, Oscar, can you take me over there? I'm like, I know where you want to do it. It's the intent that if you really are up to doing something about it and you really are passionate to do something about it, and as you really want to do something about it with your whole heart and intention. But it's just so difficult to see right now that my dad and my grandpa said this, muchos jefes, pocos indios. Like a tribe, too many chiefs, not too many Indians. Everybody wants to be there at the front, the leader, the guy that exposes, the guy that wants to go viral. But it's the action that really is the intention to say, like, bam, this came because of that. And now we're over here. How's everybody doing? 48 minutes going in. Questions. We're talking about this mayor of New York, having a conversation about this mayor of New York, Soran Mandami, or whatever his name is. I don't have no problem with him. His religion. I'm not that type of person to have a problem with his religion. I really don't. The only problem that I have with him, it is a gigantic problem. It is that he's a socialist. And you can say that, whatever he is, not saying that he doesn't want to kiss to the Mossad. He doesn't want to kiss the, Israel and all. Yeah. Okay. He's a socialist. Plain and simple. He's willing to transform New York City into a socialist city. And that's a horrible situation. You guys don't want to be there, really. And there's a lot of places that it's actually happening like that. What do you think about it, Senor? No. I don't want to talk about those names, man. I don't want to talk about those names. Josie Risling. I'm gonna do an X space right now. When we hit an hour right here on this Facebook, I will do an X space. Talk about these topics. Soran Mandami, mayor of New York, and other topics. It's gonna be called like that. So people want to go into my X and talk about it, and I will give you the mic. And absolutely, now we can actually say, like, okay, Oscar, now I can respond to you, Oscar Blue. But with all respect, I don't want Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. My dad used to say that all the time. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Too many chiefs, not that many Indians. Not enough Indians. Todos quieren ser la cara, no. We're not going to accomplish anything like that, man. Oscar, we prior 8/2/2000. Oscar, be safe wherever you go. We need you more than ever. Thank you so much. Yes, we are going to Israel. We're going again over there to the Middle East, and you guys will see me over there. I will do every day daily hits for you guys over there. An hour and 30-minute lives I will do for you guys to if you guys want to support me to get over there. We're still short, but you know, I'm praying to God that everything goes good and that we're gonna have a little miracle coming. But yes, we're going over there, and we're gonna bring you guys all the aftermath and what's going on over there. And if something lights up again, we're gonna be over there to bring you guys a reality and truth, like always. And you know, also oh yeah, to the members of Buy Me a Coffee and also to supporters, I'm doing a kind of like I'm going over there, and I'm going over there to members and also to supporters, and members and supporters, and also I'm dropping a video or an audio for you guys especially that is kind of like a diary, a 15-minute and 20-minute video only for you guys. Special information of behind the scenes of what we saw in my personal perspective of what we saw. Every time that I do a report, I will go over there. Like today, I'm going over there to members and Buy Me a Coffee. So you guys want to become a member, go over there and become a member. And if you guys want to become a supporter, go ahead and become a supporter. And I will go over there and drop an audio. And it is only, I will say, it will appear, you know, it's when it says only for members, it says automatically send an email, and I send an email to you guys. And you guys will receive an email of a notification of the audio is up there, uploaded. So you guys can go over there and listen to it. I dropped 2 audios, one for supporters and one for members. Well, I think 2 for supporters and 2 for members and 1 for supporters. And the 2 of them have been of the time that I went to Ukraine and the time that I went to Israel. So there are things that I haven't said to in my lives that I said it over there, and you guys want to go over there and listen to them. It's a good thing. You know, I'm uploading audios for people. I'm going to upload special pictures of places that I go over there, give you guys my location as I'm moving when I travel. You guys can know, oh, he's over here, he's over there, oh, he's almost there. Special treatment, you know, for my members and also for my supporters over there and Buy Me a Coffee. God bless you guys. Thank you so much, people that they have been consistently. Let me say some thank yous to the people that they have been helping me, man. My God, it has been a blessing because I need you guys' support right now more than ever. So let me just go right here and enter the app. Oof. Let me just see right here. Yep. Okay, let's just so Kaki, thanks so much. Thanks so much for your support. Miss Tina, thank you so much. Also Miss McLennan, thank you so much. Miss Lisa, thank you so much. Oh my God, Miss Lisa, thank you so much. Also Miss Mr. CJ, also thank you so much. Loops, thank you, God bless you, thank you so much. Miss Kim, God bless you, thank you so much. Miss Kathy, thank you so much. Anonymous, thank you so much. And another anonymous, thank you so much. I'm reading right now your contribution, so God bless you guys. Thank you so much. We're trying to get there, so it helps a lot. You know, for people to just keep me afloat. There is a question right here. Tess, who were the Palestinians? I'm not getting into that debate, man. Why you got to get into that debate? I'm going over there to give an informative report, not to be Israel was founded in 1948. Come on, stop. You know, I don't get into those debates. I'm going over there to do a job. And if I start releasing my feelings, a lot of people are not going to be able to handle them. That's the thing, that when everybody starts releasing their feelings, you guys don't. A lot of people get mad, upset, and like, well, you guys wanted me to respond, like you guys wanted me to respond, and now I prefer to keep my mouth shut. So God bless you. So another question, people, before I go to X, if you guys want to go to X right now, I will do an X space right now over there on X. So if you guys want to go to X, it's going to be the same thing. But I am going to basically give the word to people. And people want to speak about it. People want to say whatever they want to say about it. It's going to be good. I don't even know how to I'm going to do one every week, and it's going to be every Thursday. But I want to do one right now just to test. Oh my God, my neck. I'm so stressed. Just want to do one to test for people to, if people want to just go in there and comment and bring your opinions, go ahead. To these X spaces, a lot of people are joining in. Some of them they stay, some of them they don't. And some of them want to join in, some of them they don't. So God bless you guys. One more question. People want to shoot a question before I leave. Go ahead. No. Okay. God bless you guys. Take care of you guys. Stay safe. And bless you. Yes. Somebody saying Israel land, Palestine slur for Romans. To go. Okay. Put this right here. To go along with the salt they pour in the land and the palms they destroy with the intent to eradicate. Okay. All right. There you go. So God bless you guys. Stay safe. And like we always say, God's plan, it is our